0.2, maintaining your certification. Okay, you've passed the exam, you have a brand new bright shiny PMP certification. How do you look after it? Whenever I passed my PMP exam in 1998, the certification was expected to last a lifetime, literally. The certification ended when you did. But after a few years, PMI decided that the certification should be renewed every third year. I remember feeling really annoyed at the time because there is effort and usually expense involved, and it seemed as much fun as completing a taxation assessment. But it actually makes sense because 20 years ago when I passed my exam, the world was a different place then, and so a 20-year-old certificate would no longer be completely relevant today. But if you have to engage in activities that update your project management skills and knowledge in order to maintain your certification, then your relevance is constantly renewed along with the PMP certification. And so your knowledge evolves in step with the project management profession itself, and you don't get left behind. That's good. And so your PMP certification is future-proofed. PMI settled on a 3-year cycle for renewals, and the cycle must accumulate 60 professional development units, or PDUs as we call them. Each PDU requires 1 hour to be earned, and so will require 60 hours of training or effort of some form on your part for each renewal. You will maintain your certification through the Continuing Certification Requirements Program, normally called CCR. The original program was quite simple. The PDUs were 60 hours of training, self-learning, working as a project manager and service to the PM community. And so it's still basically the same, but the whole system has been extensively revised recently to make sure that you're genuinely staying relevant. By the way, my big tip is to record PDUs as you earn them on the PMI website. Don't wait until the last week or you'll be in blind, mad panic mode trying to collect the details and you'll find your 25 PDUs short or something. And please note too, despite what you might read in some websites or heard in some training courses, you can earn PDUs only if you already have a PMP certification. If you don't have a PMP, any training is counted as contact hours, not PDUs. They cannot be counted towards your PDUs. If your company sent you on a 20,000 hour training course on project management before you passed your PMP, not one single hour will count towards your PDU. On the PMI website it says, recently we've updated the program to include more emphasis on employer demanded skills as outlined in the PMI Talent Triangle. This provides the guidance you need to stay relevant and competitive in the profession. And that's good, right? To stay certified, you'll need to participate in professional development activities and earn and report professional development units, PDUs. And there's lots of ways to earn PDUs and nearly unlimited opportunities, says PMI. Now, if you look on the certification page, there's a link to discover ways to earn PDUs or report earn PDUs, and so you're going to have a look at that now, that information. The PMP certification requires 60 PDUs to be recorded per 3-year cycle, as I said previously. The CAPM certification does not require PDUs because it cannot be renewed. The CAPM expires after 5 years, then you can retake the CAPM exam, or if you are suitably qualified, you can take the PMP exam. Now let's have a look at the Talent Triangle. The PMI site says while technical skills are core to project and program management, PMI research tells us that they're not enough in today's increasingly complex and competitive global marketplace. Please excuse the cliches, they're PMI's, not mine. Companies are seeking added skills in leadership and business intelligence, competencies that can support longer-range strategic objectives that contribute to the bottom line. The ideal skill set, the Talent Triangle, is a combination of technical, leadership and strategic and business management expertise. What this means to project management talent and what this means to you is a focus on developing the additional skills you need to meet the evolving demands of your profession. But in doing so, it also means new opportunities to elevate your value as a strategic partner in business success. Now at last we come to the ways to earn PDUs. For all PMI certifications except CAPM, you'll need to follow the Continuing Certification Requirements (CCR) program and earn professional development units. The goal is to ensure that your certified competencies stay relevant and up to date. Your PDU activities must relate to the topics that are substantially consistent with the exam content outlined for your certification, the PMP in this case. So you need to check the certification handbook, which you can download from the PMI website, to understand the PDU amounts needed and the qualifying activities for your certification. There are tons of opportunities to earn PDUs. Choose the ways that work for you to make the most of your enrichment, says PMI. The first is education. Now in this one you can study alone or you can engage in a group learning activity. Examples would include educational events held by PMI chapter. If you're not a member of the PMI, of your local PMI chapter, make a point of joining. A fantastic amount of knowledge, great networking. It's a really good place to go. Face-to-face, instructor-led courses from PMI Seminars World, e-learning on demand courses, academic education through programs accredited by PMI Global Accreditation Centre, GAC, training courses offered by a PMI registered education provider, an REP, such as Grey Campus of course, courses from other third-party providers. The next category is organisation meetings. These meetings, activities and local events related to the profession, so they must be related to your profession. And it says that these are typically limited to 1 to 2 PDUs. Now that means 1 to 2 PDUs per event, not for the whole category. The next one is online or digital media, and that's a hot potato these days. Self-paced learning conducted online or through various forms of digital media or MOOCs or whatever. Then we come to reading. This is you settling down with a good book and reading that, but please make sure it is relevant to the certification you hold to your PMP. There's no point in reading 10 hours of Harry Potter and trying to claim PDUs for it. Informal learning, educational opportunities focused on structured discussions. These would include lunch and learn sessions, and perhaps you're being taught about the project management method in use in your organisation by the PMO. An important category is giving back, sharing your knowledge and applying your skills to contribute to the profession and advance the goals of organisations that you value. And you can earn PDUs from working as a practitioner in your role aligned with the PMP. So you're a project manager, you are allowed to claim some PDUs for that. I think that the maximum is 10 in the 3-year cycle, but you need to check on the website just in case it's changed. Also create content, creating new knowledge resources for use by practitioners and public at large, such as I did in creating this course, or I did when I was creating the Grey Campus Prince 2 course as well, Prince 2 2017 practitioner. Giving a presentation, presenting on topics related to the profession. Sharing knowledge, sharing your domain knowledge to help others learn and grow, such as teaching, tutoring, mentoring, answering questions on a forum about project management or PMP, etc., and so on. And lastly, there is volunteering. Providing volunteering services to non-employers or non-client organisations. PMI has an active community of thousands of volunteers who support the Institute and the profession in a wide range of roles. By volunteering, you can serve on a PMI committee or team, or you can also volunteer your domain-related services to other not-for-profit organisations who cannot otherwise afford those services. So not only are you earning PDUs, but you're actually doing something which is really worthwhile and helping the community. And so that's it. Once you've earned your PMP, you can start accumulating PDUs. You can't get them in advance. You can only get them once you have your PMP. And so those PDUs will count towards the 60 that you need to renew your certification at the end of each third year. Now, my closing tip would be that PMI actually allows you to carry forward some PDUs. I think it's something like 20 PDUs. So instead of aiming for 60 PDUs, if you aim for 80 and you get those and you report those units and they're accepted, then when you go into your next three-year cycle, you're starting it with 20 units already in the bank. So you only need to earn another 40 PDUs for that cycle, which is good because nobody can foretell the future. And so you may be PDU rich now and PDU poor the next cycle. So it's an insurance policy. Study those extra PDUs and get them reported. Thank you.